Hello everyone, I'm Bruce the BigHugeNerd and these are my big huge tips. These are my top 5 tips for starting your Rimworld adventure. Tip number 1, don't spend too much time on creating your characters. Make sure that you have a nice mix of skills. The most important part is that your whole team can do everything together. Other than that, nothing else is important, except that everyone basically can do everything. You just randomize until you have an archetype. Make sure that they don't have a lot of health issues or any traits that are concerning. Tip number 2, when you spawn into the map, pause the game. Just pause it immediately, and you zoom all the way out and you start looking for steel and machinery. You find them in the mountains here. This is steel, that's what steel looks like. Remember it, it's important. And machinery looks like this. This blotch is machinery. Look for them, hopefully they are close by each other. This area right here, this is now home base, this is home. What you do now is you take zone area, stockpile zone, and just an area that you feel comfortable with. This looks like a nice area, I like this, it's pointy. This is where you put all of your stuff, mostly all of the stuff that you started with. You zoom out, you find yourself. You notice that you're missing a person. Unpause the game. There you go. You even started with the dog. That's Yumi the dog. This is steel. When you double click this, it selects every single unit of steel on your screen. When you zoom out, you see more of the map, of course, and you see more of this deal. Double click the steel again. You see that the selection area got a lot bigger. You even saw that you have some steel over here. So double click again, just to make sure that you have all of the steel. That's a lot of steel. You press F, that's the hotkey. You can even press this button, but we are going to press F because we are experienced players. Press F. Now all of these resources are allowed to pick up and haul. You zoom in again. Do that with every single resource you started with, even the weapons. Also, make sure that you equip the weapons. Find the person who is most skilled with each weapon. Right click, equip. Right click, equip. There you go. Tip number 3, when you've now found home, you can press the work button here. And these are the priorities, these are the tasks that your colonist will do. From highest priority on the left to lowest priority on the right. What you want to do, in my opinion, is press manual priorities. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, I suggest that you do. Make sure that these are highest priority, that's number 1, for everyone. Flick as well, that's gonna be important later, maybe in a different video. More intermediate. What you do here is up to you, that's up to you. We're gonna make sure that construction is high now, for the sake of this video, because we're gonna construct stuff. You unpause the game and you can see your colonists get to work. They pick up the weapons, they pick up the resources, and they are gonna start hauling it. They're gonna start hauling it over here. I'm gonna put it in this nice stockpile zone that you've made here. But this isn't home, you can't live here, so you need to do more, you need to do more work. And we're gonna press architect, structure, build a wall, build some wooden walls, around the stockpile maybe, so that it's walled off. Just build a nice big wall, close it off, and remember to build a door. Alright, so now your shelter is built, and what you want to do now, because you can't live like this isn't a home. Tip number 4. Build some beds. For God's sakes, build some beds. This is also half the reason why we built walls and a roof, so that your colonists don't need to sleep outside. Just build some beds. This is an easy way to make sure that their mood doesn't drop low in the beginning. They hate sleeping outside and they hate sleeping on the floor. And there you go. The beds are made. Your colonists are asleep. They're happy. But they're not super happy because they share a bedroom, and it's not that nice, as you can see. We'll cover that later in a different video. Tip number 5. So now your little dudes and dudettes have been sleeping for a night and working for a day, and that makes them hungry. Luckily for us, we started with food, but this isn't gonna last forever. So what we need to do is we're gonna click on the zone area button again, growing zone, and we're gonna make some farms. For 3 people, you don't need a lot. Let's just make, say a 5 by 5. Let's build it here, 5 by 5. I'm gonna need to clear the area and cut down some woods. Rice is the crop that grows fastest, so make sure that you have food faster than every other crop. Tip number 6, make sure that you have adequate power production in the beginning. What I suggest that you do is you build a wind turbine, perhaps close to your growing zone. The white area you see here is the area which cannot be blocked by trees or roofs or walls. You can place it right here, and what you also can place is a solar generator right here. That won't block the power generating from the wind turbine. Make sure that you also click cut plants around your wind turbine so as not to have it blocked by trees. What you also need is a battery, and for that I suggest that you build a small steel structure so that it fits 2 batteries side by side with 1 square in the middle. This is to ensure that it does not blow up in your face. Here we go. Adequate place for 4 batteries, safely and soundly, like so. And to hook it up, a power conduit between the batteries so they are connected and to the generators themselves, like so. What this setup ensures is that you have enough power generation to last you a fairly long time until you have a lot of power consumption. That's something we're going to talk about in a later video when you talk about how to build your rooms, your interior for your colony, bedrooms, kitchens, and so on. Tip number 7. Ensure that your base have 1 entry point. So if you have a lot of resources, you want to build it. Well, I suggest, maybe you don't want to do this, that's really up to you. If you have a lot of resources, you can, for example, block off giant areas like this, so that the enemies have to run around and come in this way if they come from here, which they clearly cannot. They spawn from the edges of the map. If they have no clear path to your base, if you, for example, wall off here, they're gonna tear through it, attack it until it breaks. What you also can do is just build a compound-like area. Build walls like this. Perhaps. This is really up to you, this is customization. And what I've tried to do in this video is just to show you how to get your base started. Simple, basic, beginner things, just to get your necessities out of the way. Solar generation, wind turbine, sleeping spot, and a place to grow your food. Thank you for watching. I've been Bruce, the BigHugeNerd. I will be back with more tips for Rimworld. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you got some questions, let me know. If you didn't like this, well, let me know about that as well. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.